Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Tennessee WildCast, the weekly podcast of the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. I'm Jason Harmon, and we got a special co-host today, Mr. Don King. He's with us in studio, and it's Christmas time, Don.
It is. Merry Christmas, Jason.
Merry Christmas.
And I hate to wish bad things on anybody, but, you know, Doug Markham he's a little puny today, and I kind of got the last-minute call, but thanks for thinking of me, and I'm glad to step up and glad to have the opportunity here.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. Glad we had somebody that could step in that quick and help us out. So hope Doug gets to feeling better. Maybe by next week, it'll be the week before New Year's. So,
oh, yeah.
After Christmas, maybe he'll get over that bug and be back with us. So anyway, there's a lot going on. It's Christmas time. Christmas time's a-coming, and there's a few things we want to talk about today. A lot of stuff we want to talk about today, but mainly the Christmas time, gift giving. There's a lot of options for us.
Yeah, this cold weather has really put me in the Christmas spirit, and I've been wearing my big coat for the last 2 weeks, it seems like. But anyway, we sent out an email to agent or folks that work for the state, and to the anybody who has a state email address, basically talking about Tennessee Wildlife Magazine and what a great gift idea that is.
Right, yeah.
This is the new December or our winter issue.
Hold it up a little bit higher there.
A little higher.
There you go.
There we go, yeah.
That's a pretty shot.
It really is, and Raleigh Holtom does an awesome job with this magazine, and Lee Wilmot helping with the editing, and they just pour their heart and soul into this, and many of our folks contribute articles. And this month or this issue, I see Tim White's got an article in there about waterfowling, and also some great recipes. If you know anything at all about Tim, you know he's a great cook.
Right, yeah.
And but anyway, Tennessee Wildlife Magazine is available. It's just $10 per year, and it makes a great gift for anybody who loves the outdoors. And now if they get a sportsman or if they have a lifetime license, they automatically get it. So you want to skip that. But definitely for a young person or somebody who likes to bird watch, we've always got an article in here about at least one about a Tennessee critter. There's the American mink this month featured. So
I know my son loves
photo on the back.
Oh yeah, the photo. My son loves getting that in the mail. It came in the mail the other day, and I said, "Look, you got some mail." And I folded back that paper cover, and he seen that deer, and he was like, "Oh man, that's so great!" And started flipping through, and even WildCast made this issue.
Exactly. Yeah. So
anyway.
We try to promote, just everything that's going on with the agency, and I mean, you and I know. Even we learn things that are going on. We're in the information business, and a lot of times we learn things from our folks out in the field that I didn't realize our agency did that.
Yeah.
Neat article about the mussel maternity ward. That's a really cool article about the operation out where they're actually propagating, raising mussels to put back in the river systems around the state that are so important. They're the sort of the filters of our water systems. But anyway, just another tidbit having to do with the magazine.
Let me show the folks at home the website where they can subscribe to that magazine. Go to our website and follow the links to the Tennessee Wildlife Magazine. And then it'll take you here, and you can click the Buy Now button, and you can select the number of years you would like to subscribe, 1, 2, 3. And you can also call into the office, and we'll help you out with that if you don't want to do it online. So, but it's real easy. It's a great.
And if it's a gift subscription, they'll fix you up with a little gift card that you can give to the person that will be receiving the issues in the coming year or years. Cool. And it's just a neat thing. Very well received by folks.
And if you have to call Miss Cindy Ferris, she's always real sweet.
Oh, yeah.
She'll take care of you. So, anyway, another thing on the table there, Don, you brought in a new book.
Another great gift idea. I tell you, this is something special. And if you're watching, you're seeing the image of the cover, the hardcover of this book.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee Wilderness, A Legacy Endures, and it is something special. I was just chatting with Director Carter about this project, and I've known for years that he's had this in the back of his mind.
Yeah.
And if you're just listening and you don't see the images, this book is, a couple hundred pages. It's got beautiful photography by a retired wildlife officer, Tom Wood. Mm-hmm. He was recruited by our director, Director Carter, to go out and capture some, scenery, some wildlife, some scenic places. A lot of it is on our wildlife management areas,
right?
And the critters that are out there, and also our people out actually doing the work that helps enhance these places where the wildlife can thrive. And anyway, Director Carter's had this on his heart for a long time. And the 65th anniversary just kind of re-sparked that a couple of years ago.
Yep.
He recruited Tom to go out and start taking some photos of our people doing things, and the other photos that are included in here. And anyway, it started coming together, and it sparked that. And he got together with Julie Schuster, our executive director for the Wildlife Resources Foundation, and also Larry Richardson, a former information and education chief, the guy who was doing the job that I do now several decades ago. And he's got a long history with the agency and with art, and he's a painter and a writer, very talented gentleman. And he got involved.
Right.
And so anyway, he's written the copy of this book, and Julie, I mentioned her. I know
the foundation. You mentioned the foundation?
Yes,
they're selling the book for us.
They are.
Well, it's sold through the foundation, and you can go to their website and buy from there. That's the main place to purchase, right?
That's right. And unless you want to try to get one, I know this will be posted and will be in time for Christmas. If you want to run by our regional office,
okay,
the one nearest you, there is a supply there. So rather than use a credit card or bring cash or whatever, we're requesting that everybody just write a check for that amount, and they'll tell you the exact amount. But it's $39.95 plus Tennessee state sales tax.
Okay.
So we've got copies there now. So if you want to swing by as a last-minute Christmas gift, it's really, really an awesome publication. You're really going to like it. I've only just cracked the surface of this thing, and it's I can't put it down after I pick it up. It's
I was
really neat.
Looking through yesterday, and it's just amazing some of the shots that are in there, and some of the quotes from famous people around Tennessee. Have been quoted in this book. 209 pages of just great stuff. I know Dolly Parton had a note in there, and I think Wade Bourne, he had
sure
a note.
did.
He just passed unexpectedly, but he had a note in there, and a lot of great Tennessee outdoorsmen and Tennessee personalities, and
it's quite a keepsake.
Yeah, and it comes shrink wrapped, right?
That's right. Oh yeah, this is your copy. Isn't
I just bought that this morning.
Yeah, he bought this, and it is still shrink wrapped, still shines. This one's been opened up.
Yeah,
This one's been at the front desk, so it's got finger marks.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's held up really well. I've seen 50 people probably picking this up and flipping through the pages, and I was saying about finger marks, but there aren't any.
Yeah,
it is a first class book. It's really, really quality, high quality.
Real slick too. The cover and the way it's built, and the way it's just real nice.
It would enhance anyone's coffee table, living room.
Exactly.
Put that out there as great conversation piece.
Exactly. So I showed a few pictures if y'all were watching from home. If y'all were watching on TWRA TV or YouTube or whatnot, there's a few shots from inside the book that you can check out on Tennessee Wildlife Resources Foundation's website, twrf.net, and that's where you can purchase online. There's the note about ordering by December the 20th. That's already passed, but you can go to the regional offices and get it before Christmas.
That's right.
So anyway. That's awesome. Well, let's move on into some seasons.
Sure.
Right now, it's deer season, and also waterfowl season. But just wanted to hit up for you folks at home, hit up some of the charts in the guide and let y'all know the end dates for what's going on. And I'll pull up the computer now so you can see that at home. But that's the winter trout stocking. We're going to go to the small game seasons. It's deer season kind of overshadows small game maybe this time of year, but it's still out there and still going on. And as you can see, your fall squirrel closes in February, so you still got a month or 2 months worth of that left. And grouse season's the same, rabbit and quail. You can see the daily bag limits there. The last little section of dove season, December the 8th it started, and it closes January 15th. So there's a lot of opportunities during the holiday season to get out and enjoy the outdoors for small game. If you're into that. And then Don, tell us a little bit about some of the small game experiences. I know you used to do a lot of hunting with your dad.
Yeah, when I was growing up in Nebraska, I lived in the Omaha area over in the eastern part of the state. And back then, as it was in Tennessee during that time, in the 60s, it was so rare to see a white-tailed deer out in the wild, and my granddad had a farm about 80 acres, and if I ever saw one, it was usually around his cornfield because it was close to the river and, great habitat for deer. But anyway, I would see him out there, but I never did deer hunt there, and but small game, squirrel hunting was always my thing. I just loved that. My dad would take me out and we'd walk, and it was fairly social too. You can have a little bit of conversation while you're squirrel hunting and not mess things up, like you might in a tree stand or on a ground blind. But anyway, we had some great times doing that, and got to be pretty good shot with a 22 back then, and really enjoyed it, and continue to do that here. I know you and you've hosted me out on your property, and we were a little shy on squirrels that day, but
they were skittish that day.
We got some good exercise, anyway,
and some target practice. Shot a few rounds there. But I was going to say, I took my son squirrel hunting, his first hunting trip, I guess. And he was about 3 at the time, and I thought, well, I got to get him out there, So I bought him a little plastic pump shotgun. It was, from Walmart or whatever, and I didn't put any caps in it, but just let him, have something to carry in the woods, and feel like he's part of the hunt. And it was fun just to get out there with him and his nephew and my brother-in-law, and it's just a time to spend with family. It's fun.
Yeah, it really is.
So, all right. Well, that's small game seasons. Now, waterfowl season is still out there, going strong. As you can see on the chart there, I'll cut to that for you folks watching at home. It looks like the ducks, coots, and mergansers season runs through January 29th. So you still got some time on that. And make sure you check your bag limits. You don't want to shoot too many or shoot the wrong thing there. Make sure you're paying attention to that, and all that can be found, in your waterfowl guide. Page 14 is a good place to start, and you can start earlier in that magazine to make sure you got your licenses, but make sure you got the right licenses and stamps and whatnot. And then there's a youth waterfowl season from the February 4th to the February 11th. That's coming up pretty soon. And just a lot of stuff still going on in the waterfowl world. So
this cold weather's got to be good for the waterfowlers, I tell you. It's got to be good. And, you mentioned something about the licenses. And with our new license vendor, Brandt, we are really excited about some of the ideas they're bringing to the table. And one of them is the packages that they've put together. If you're going to go waterfowl hunting, they have a waterfowl package, and so there's no question about what you need, you know, because sometimes it's a little complicated to, well, where are you going to hunt? What are you going to hunt? And that kind of thing. And a lot of people, of course, buy the Sportsman, which is all inclusive, but anyway, they've done their homework and have really put together some really interesting packages. So I encourage folks to go online and look at that and see what they're offering up now.
Yeah, look close at those packages. the sportsman's license is probably our one of our bigger sellers,
right?
And it's an all-inclusive kind of license, but you might see some other packages that include some other stuff, not just the sportsman. There's some range permits that might be included in there. So just check the details of those packages and make sure you're getting what you want.
Right.
And the different prices are there that reflect each thing in that package. Just be careful and see look in the details there and make sure you get what you're needing. And like Don was saying, the Go Tennessee Outdoors website, GoOutdoorsTennessee.com, and that's where you can purchase your license, harvest reports, commercial license, vessel registration, quota hunt stuff is right there, and that's the new website for purchasing your licenses. And that's
if you're not using the app. If you want to use our app, you can just hit just go directly there from the app, but basically you get the same kinds of screens and same information, but it's in your pocket as opposed to on your desktop.
Right, and that app is being improved as we speak, and will be out hopefully by March with the new version.
Yeah,
a couple of new features and new and improved. So you should like that new edition or new volume or whatever.
I get good feedback all the time from friends and folks that'll say, "Man, this is a whole new day." Being able to, find a boat ramp or register my boat or do all these kinds of things online that you used to have to hop in the car and drive somewhere to go do. You know.
Yep. All right. Well, that hits waterfowl. Let's move on to deer season.
Okay.
The season that's going on right now, the big game season that's going on right now. You got a few more days left through January the 8th for most everyone, and then Unit L has an extra few days, or at least an extra week or so, January 9th through January 13th, and that gives you a few extra doe days there for the Unit L folks. And then there will be the Young Sportsman Hunt after that, January 14th and 15th. And speaking of January and 14th and 15th, that's also another day. Well, let me hit this real quick. Remember the antler restrictions. If it goes past the hairline, it's an antler deer. Don't forget that. Just to make sure you pull those deer up in the binoculars, make sure what you're shooting at before you pull the trigger, and know if it breaks the skin, it is a buck, and that's going to count towards your limit, which is 2 this year.
Right.
Not 3. And just keep that in mind. So back to those dates. The Young Sportsman Hunt is January 14th and 15th, but also on that date is the Sandhill Crane Festival.
Yeah.
So that's going on in Birchwood, Tennessee.
That's such a neat event, and I've been a part of it for quite a number of years in a row now. And my job with that event is to just kind of be at the Birchwood School, which is kind of the hub of where everything happens.
Right.
And we invite everybody to come to the Birchwood School. There's plenty of parking there, and then we have shuttle buses that run between the school and the Hiwassee Refuge, where all the viewing takes place. And boy, I've heard, we were just talking with Mimi, the Region 3 I&E person.
She'll be there.
And she'll be there, and she said, man, there's at least 10,000 birds out there right now.
Wow.
And so I'm sure they'll be holding, and there's always birds to see at the Hiwassee Refuge. But during the time at the school, there'll be some speakers presenting programs about the cranes, and really good information. There'll be a couple of bands playing music. I'll be a little part of one of those. And
I noticed it said here at 1:00 on Saturday.
Yeah,
Nashville recording artist Second Nature.
Yeah,
so that sounds pretty exciting.
I pull in my buddies Dave Woodward and Brant Miller and Woody Bomar, and we'll do some bluegrass country stuff and
awesome. Some
outdoor related music. And anyway, it's a pretty good fit. And we kind of open for the Raptor show. I'll put it that way.
There you go.
The Raptor show is always a crowd pleaser. I tell you, the gym is always packed for that, and it is just great information that the American Eagle Foundation folks come and put that show on for the audience. Very educational and inspirational, and I know we've had some years where they bring a Challenger out.
Yeah.
The famous, world famous Eagle that does all the events from Super Bowls to probably presidential inaugurations and things like that. But,
right, and that was on the schedule. Just so you folks know, if you're interested in that Raptor show, it's at from 3 to 4 on the first day, Saturday.
Right.
So,
yep. And I think that it repeats on Sunday.
Okay.
I think earlier in the day, maybe about 1 o'clock.
There it is, 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on at that festival.
And there are local vendors, too, and folks that have artwork available, photography. It's just a variety of things that are outdoor related, but really interesting things that you can take in.
Cool.
It makes for a good weekend. Good family entertainment. Bring the kids, bring the grandparents, and they even serve food in the school cafeteria. I feel like I'm back in the third grade, sliding my tray down the thing, and they collect money for that, and that goes to help perpetuate the program.
Yeah.
So it's a neat deal. I'm
awesome.
excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, I hate I'm going to miss it. That's a pretty cool event. I'll be celebrating my son's birthday that weekend.
That's a good excuse.
And another reation I probably won't be there is because of the commission meeting.
Oh, yeah.
The commission meeting, if you're interested in going to that, is on the 13th in Memphis at the Bass Pro, the Pyramid there, the new Bass Pro out there on the Mississippi River. We were there last year for one of the meetings and kind of got snowed out and ran off, I guess, because the snow was coming and we didn't want to get stuck. So we had a one-day meeting, and we're going to do another one-day meeting this year.
Right. It'll just be on the Friday.
So,
yeah, it's if you haven't been there, it's a great excuse to come. Mm-hmm. We've got a nice meeting room booked, and it'll be a good meeting. And
you can check out that agenda online once it gets posted. And if you see something you want to come talk about or voice your opinion on or something, you're welcome to come.
And then in the meantime, if you miss it, you can always watch it after the fact.
Exactly.
Jason does a great job of getting that program out there and letting people be a part of it, even if it's after the fact. Still, it's really good information.
Yeah. All right, that gets that. Let's move on to winter trout. That's still going on.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually the stocking has kind of slowed down, but it's going to continue and pick back up. I guess they take a break for maybe the holidays. But winter trout stocking map is on our website, or not map, but list or
schedule.
There you go. Thank you, Don. That's why I got you here.
Glad I'm here.
So December 13th was the last stocking day for December, but now January 4th it's going to fire back up. Actually, you got 3 different places there on the 4th, and then 2 on the 5th, and so on.
Look at all those places. That is a lot of work those guys put into this program.
Yep.
And it delivers the trout to close to where people are,
exactly.
And gives them an opportunity to get out there and enjoy it. And sometimes it's a little chilly, but hey, bundle up and get out there and take some home. This isn't catch and release. This is
right.
This
put
is
and take.
Put and take. Take it home. Make a meal or two out of the trout you catch.
There is a limit, but and I can't remember exactly what that limit is. Just check your guide and make sure you got the right number on that. But if you want to watch a video of some of the guys catching some fish in Middle Tennessee, Barry Cross, Region 2, he posted a video on Facebook of them releasing the fish, and then people actually fly fishing and casting reels. Either way, still catching fish and taking those things home. So a lot of people having a lot of fun.
It's fun to go out to one of those releases and see the anticipation and the guy. I've seen them before, right at the spout of the at the end of the truck where the fish are going in. The guys are casting already.
Yeah, there's
great anticipation there.
A lot of back Tennessee Wildside our TV show, they had I did a story on a couple of guys that they're always there when the truck's there to drop the fish, and they're casting as soon as they can, getting catching those fish as fast as they can. So anyway, one more thing, Don, you'd brought up, and I want to make sure we hit this, is Wildside Radio.
Yeah.
That's still going on out there on WSM 650 AM?
Yes. Man. Joey Monteleone and Bill Cody, they connect every morning at 5:25 a.m. From 5:25 to 5:30 every morning. Joey gives a little. He's got. He sketches it out every week. He's got something new every day, and it's outdoor related. Of course, Joey's a fishing dude, so it's heavy on the fishing side. But
right.
He enjoys some hunting as well. But you'll hear information, the latest and greatest information from us. We help sponsor that 5-minute program, and it's very popular. WSM signal goes out virtually worldwide over the web, but I mean just the AM 50,000 watt signal that emanates from Franklin, Tennessee, or southern Brentwood.
Right.
You
can't miss that tower.
Oh, I know it. My wife and I were driving to Savannah, Georgia. Week before last, we went down for a little trip and just a little getaway for a few days, and I said, let me try something. I punched up WSM on my AM radio in the car, and we were almost to Savannah. It was coming in clear as a bell.
Wow,
it was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, tune them in. They do a great job every morning, Monday through Friday, 5:25 a.m.
On 650 a.m.
650 a.m., yes.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, a few more things I want to hit on today before our time runs out. There's a lot going on our social media, Facebook, Twitter. We're on Instagram now. You can go in there and see some posts. I think we've got a few out there. But there's also a way to contribute to our new tag boards. And I want to hit on this pretty in-depth so people know – our trophy room is still out there. It's just a little different version. And then we've got another board called TN Wildlife and another board for TN Boating. And if you're watching at home, you can see that on the screen. But just go to our website, click on the links to go to the tag board or the trophy room, and it'll get you to this page. And if you click on, for instance, the trophy room, you can see, it should pop up here, people are posting their photos to their favorite social media site. I mean, it could be Instagram, it can be Facebook, it could be Twitter, it could be Vine. There's a few more out there, Pinterest, and et cetera. So
they get collected, and then they all show up on our board.
Exactly. You just have to make sure you put the right hashtag in there. And for instance, this guy right here, I love this picture of this fish.
That's great.
So there's some wintertime fishing right there, a beautiful largemouth. And as you can see in the hashtags, if you're watching, you can see over there it says hashtag TN Trophy Room.
Yeah.
So that lets you know it's going to go to our board. So if you just hashtag your photos with one of our hashtags, it'll get there. So you TN Trophy Room to get it to this board. Hashtag TN Wildlife of just you and your family having fun outside, or photos you've taken. Here's some folks doing some squirrel hunting. This lady here loves to take outdoor photography and wildlife, and she does a great job. So there's just all kinds of ways you can contribute to the board and contribute to the, should I say, the outdoor community or whatever. Just
outdoor community.
Outdoor community. Everybody having fun now, and this board will heat up. TN Boating will heat up later in the season because there'll be a lot of folks on the water in the summer. So that board will get more active. But
you and Doug are doing a great job with the social media stuff, and this board too. This is really, really neat stuff.
But that's one big thing I want y'all to know about. Try to hashtag your photos and come out there and see us on tag board. Now, real quick, I wanted to show you Facebook. Facebook is still going strong, and let me click a button here or two to get us to our main homepage here and let y'all see that Facebook is rolling. A post that Mimi stuck out there yesterday, Dale Hollow smallmouth.
Wow.
Fishing is good on Dale Hollow.
Yeah.
And look, she hashtagged TN Wildlife and TN Trophy Room. So
she knows what she's doing.
We're out of time, Don.
See you later.
All right. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Tennessee WildCast, and we hope you've enjoyed this edition, and we'll see you next time.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.